again next morning. Um, I wanted to apologize for the shakiness and my face kind of, off the screen and stuff. I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer for about 10 years, freelancing. It's actually a course I have to take in college right now. It's an extra class, but I love photography. But what I'm getting at is I could not find my tripod. I actually have two of them. I have a small one and a big one, and I couldn't find the small one at all. And so I pulled out the big one, hooked it all up. It looks like I'm pretty much straight. Um, so today is gonna be a bit busy. I got a lot of schoolwork to do, a lot of people to talk to from the school, um, accommodation letters and stuff to give to my teacher, so they understand that I have ADHD, I have dyslexia, and now this was yesterday. I went my whole life 20/20 vision. Turned 35, bam. But they don't look too bad. But excuse me. Yeah, so it is a bit early. I wanted to get a excuse me. I wanted to get a start on it. Um, One thing I didn't want to hit on, which is a big thing for me, and I'm pretty sure that it affects many people out there, especially younger people, younger children who do not know what's happening to them. They get made fun of, they get picked on, beat up, or they don't get the help that they need, and they don't really make it too far in life because they feel like they're dumb. And that would be me. That's how I spend my life. Um, I never knew I had serious violent tendencies in elementary school. Um, I couldn't focus on the schoolwork. I couldn't comprehend it. I couldn't do it. And the teachers eventually gave up on me. But this is where mental health disorders or learning disabilities can come into play. Use it for the positive. In third grade, when they finally said, hey, we're do it on your own. I know it sounds really bad, but that's how they were. And I started drawing. Third grade, never stopped. I draw, I paint, I tattooed for 7 years. I photography. I mean, anything you can think of, art that's art. I've done it. But that's because art was the only thing that I could use or do that I could express myself the way that a person normally would express themselves. But I can't talk as well. Um, Sometimes I can. You may see I kind of stumble a little bit, um, but yeah. So I did that. That was how if I felt angry, oh, I drew an angry picture. If I was happy, I draw some happy pictures, and I just kept that going. Just kept that going, and actually another one of my extra courses I took uh, last term was a intro to drawing class. I don't need the intro part, but it was a nice. It was a nice. Help me out because in my future career, it'd be best to draw the figures out or create them before you create them on the computer, before they go into the video game. So it's like my whole. It's like this. my 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 life with learning, with trouble reading, dyslexia, stuff like that. It was horrible, horrible. But I found my niche. I may not be good at reading books or doing homework or working in group projects. Um, but I could draw. I could do a lot of art. Um, but that's something I wanted to. I really, really wanted to touch base on because that is something mental illness is whether it's a learning disability or it's a disorder. It it needs to be taken. A lot more people need to be aware. Um, because I guarantee you, if it would have gotten taken care of for me when I was younger, I'm not saying I would have been a Albert Einstein or anything, but I think I would have done a lot better, and I would have had like a better path in life to go down. Um, but I just wanted to touch base about that. It's something that I'm very passionate about, and not just for my own, because I've been living with my own for 35 years. I've seen more therapists and psychiatrists than it's just ridiculous. And the only thing that helped me was myself. I'm not saying don't go. Don't go, you want to talk to a therapist. You want to, if you need medication, see a psychiatrist. But my um, the main thing I would say to do is find something, specifically art, because it allows you to release your inner, I don't know, rage, grief, whatever you want to call it. Um, but definitely, if you're younger and you're confused and you don't know why you're like this, why people are treating you like this, definitely look into it. I know schools nowadays are a lot more aware, but that would be my suggestion. Besides the medical side, um, because that's not you may take medication for the rest of your life, but like let me tell you, after about 17 years of therapy, it doesn't do anything anymore. But that's why I found my own ways. One being art, photography, video games, which is another thing I'm gonna get on next time. Different video games and stuff like that. Music, we could talk about different music. Um, but yeah, it's just don't just if I could say one thing about this mental illness, it pretty much is mental illness, but this mental health issue or learning disabilities, whatever, you just got to find your own way. That's it. Understand what it is and understand what it does to you, so you have an idea. Like when you act a certain way, you kind of know what it's from. You know, um, but find something for yourself. Don't be a test subject, which technically it is, but don't be a test subject. Find your own thing. Whether it's, I mean, I don't even care if it's go buy a box of Legos and just build Legos. They say people with mental health issues and learning disabilities tend to be more artistic than somebody who doesn't. A little fun fact: Albert Einstein, one of the smartest mans in the world, or was. um, had dyslexia. So imagine the amount of books he had to read to get that smart. And it's not easy reading a giant textbook with dyslexia, that's for sure. I could barely read a Goosebumps. I can read, but the words twist around, the letters, yeah, it's really. It took me 3 months to read The Shining, and that's the new version. That's only like 250, 300 pages. But anyway, enough about that stuff. I did want to touch on that because I feel that it needs to be out there. More people need to know, and more people need to do something about it. I don't want to see the younger generation struggle the way that I struggled, the way that I struggled, and the way I still struggle. And I'm not the only one. There are millions of people out there. But not all of them have figured that out where your best medicine, besides actual prescription medicine for whatever your disorder is, is to just find something you really love. You know, I mean, it could even be mowing lawns. I mean, right now there's not much of lawns to like. We go rake up the dew off the grass, but um, yeah. If you know anybody that has struggles, um, is confused if they're young, if they don't know, they get picked on, whatever the case may be, help. Help as much as you can and pass that on. Pass on the fact that use a talent that you have. You may not know what it is yet, but we all have talents. So use that talent to counteract the disorder, if that makes sense. That's pretty much what I've learned over the years. But all right, well I gotta hop on some schoolwork for a little bit, but I'll be back on later. Make some more small talk. Um, have a great day.